Welcome back to American Agenda. Well, he's back. It's time now for the other view. Who is back? Well, that's comedian Jon Stewart, of course, making his return to hosting The Daily Show after 16 years. And as expected, no one was immune to his political jabs.
Joe Biden taking names, kicking press conference over. You didn't mess up. You didn't. No, don't stop. Wait, hold on, sir. No, you killed this. Take the W. What are you doing? Do not go. Gaza and Mexico do not share a border.
Well, first of all, Donald Trump is not an old man.
He's an old man.
This makes me laugh. All right, but the big takeaway here, all right, focus. Looks like the liberal media, even Biden supporters, just can't ignore President Biden's ongoing mental decline, and neither can Americans. A new poll finds that 86% of Americans and 73% of Democrat voters think the president is just too old for another term. And joining me to discuss is Project 21 member, political activist Whitley Yates, and New York City reporter, conservative commentator, and Republican strategist in studio, Caitlin Sinclair. All right, great to have you both with us here. I mean, it's fun to watch that Jon Stewart again, but you're at a certain point here where we're realizing, Whitley, that even the liberals, even the liberal media who say, oh, he's fine, Republicans are just making a mountain out of a molehill, yeah, a mountain out of a molehill, they can't even deny it anymore.
You know, it would be a more laughable matter if this weren't our president. Our current president is having a cognitive collapse, and we as Americans can't just sit back and watch this happen. And then they're running him for office again, hoping that Americans can't see that he is clearly confused and having this cognitive collapse. And so I would love to be laughing along with Jon Stewart, but I'm crying for the American people because this is who we have leading the free world. This is who we have as the president of the United States of America. He's so confused he can't even give a small press conference or speech. I would be laughing, but instead I'm crying.
Oh, you know, and it's interesting because, Caitlin, even the New York Times can't ignore the situation. Here's one of their headlines: Biden and the question of age. When does old become too old? How old is too old to be president? An uncomfortable question arises again. But even then, you go to someone like Bob Costas, who is extraordinarily liberal. He doesn't even try to hide it, and that's fine. Here's what Bob Costas, however, told Bill Maher.
This is emperor's new clothes stuff. Joe Biden should have run on a firm promise that he would be a one-term president. The only reason he is president is that he's not Donald Trump. If Biden's hubris is such that he doesn't understand the best interest of his party and, more important, his country, then he has to be shown the door. Period.
Yeah, Caitlin, it's one thing when we're kind of chuckling along with Jon Stewart's satire, but when Bob Costas talks about your potential hubris, that's saying something.
That's when you know, right? So I think it's important to note here, it's not actually the age, and I think that's what these gentlemen are both saying. It's not the numerical age, the number itself. It's his cognitive decline. It's when you can't string a sentence together and you can't actually walk half a mile, I think that's when we can say maybe you're too old to answer that question. And I think millennials will like this, but me and my friends always joke, we'll always say, we'll never date a guy that's younger than us, right? Like, a lot of females say that. But it's not actually the number. If there is a guy or a male that has the maturity and, you know, can actually carry a conversation, we'll ignore the age.
As long as he can carry a conversation,
exactly.
The thumbs up in our book. No, I agree with you. It's not age, it's either maturity in to the point, an example you gave, Caitlin, or in President Biden's age, it's simply his mental acuity. There are many 90-year-olds who are much sharper than that. Whitley, I'm going to give you the final word.
You know, I think that Americans are looking for a strong leader and someone to lead us out of Bidenflation and all of the things that are happening in this country that the current president has cognitively forgot that he needed to do. And so as we are looking into 2024, the election this year, it is very important for people to be voting for someone that is not cognitively collapsing.
Yeah, we're going to leave it there. Very well said. Whitley Yates, Caitlin Sinclair, and we even learned a little something about millennial dating.
That's
I
right.
like it. All right. Thanks so much for both of you for joining us. Appreciate it.